Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode with me. This is Brittany Botswana checking in. Welcome back, guys, to another episode with me on the podcast. It has been such a pleasure to come in and pour into my podcast family. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, for sharing, for listening. For those of you who are tapped in with me, I'm so excited to be building a beautiful community where we are like family and we have a tree of love. We have a tree of growth, healing with kingdom relationships and kingdom connections, y'all. This is going to be a major move. I know it, I believe it, and I'm trusting in it. So guys, go ahead and turn on your notifications. If you are listening to me on the YouTube channel, turn on your notifications. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, whoever you think that can benefit from my channel. Go ahead and send it over to them. I am so excited to be coming on this morning, giving you guys some motivation. I am so excited, y'all. I have literally been recording like so much lately, and I'm just so excited to be dropping all these videos off to y'all and the podcast and everything. So today I wanted to come in and give some motivation to my single mothers. I was sitting here this morning before I was getting ready to go on my morning walk. I was having my coffee, looking through, checking some emails and everything, and the single mothers just dropped on my heart, dropped on my mind. Being that I am a single mom, I wanted to come on and encourage and motivate all of my single mothers that are out there and tell you that this journey is not easy, as we already know, as we already have discovered. It's not an easy journey, and you can do this, and you can raise your children, and you can take care of your kids, even though you feel as though that you are alone in the physical. One thing I always tell people is that, yes, I am a single mom in the physical, but God is with me in the spiritual, and He is your source for every single thing. I know that we say this a lot. I know we walk around, people say, yeah, God is my source. God is my source. No, He is really our source, and we have to rely on Him for everything that we need. He will provide for us in every area of our lives, even being single and being a single mom, and it can be very difficult. It can be very hard. When you got more than one child, it can be even harder. I do believe that no matter how many kids you have, it's a very difficult task for anyone. But when you are tapped into the source, when you're tapped into God and you believe and trusted in Him, He makes it so much more smoother and easier for us because you're not relying on yourself. And that's one of the mistakes that I have made being a single mom. It's just trying to rely on me to do everything instead of including God in my plans and including God in my singleness to help me, be able to prepare for my children, to be able to, zone in on what they need. And, what do I need to focus on with this child? I have 3 children. What should I do with this kid? Is that, what this child needs more from me or more of from somewhere else, whether it's sports, whether it's tutoring or, maybe a new set of friends or different locations and, different activities that they need to be doing. We have to include God in our singleness, and not just as a single mom. We have to include Him in our singleness altogether as a single woman as well. I want you to include Him in that as well, because God will help you on that journey. Being a single woman and having children, again, it's not an easy task, even when you're thinking about dating and who is, you don't know these people, you got to learn these people. And, it can be very challenging at times, especially when you've been single for a while and you are very, very adamant about your space and your children. So I know that this journey, it's not easy, and you have to rely on God and know that He will give you the strength that you need, and He will give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. And you have to start including, I want you guys to get a journal. Mothers, if you do not have a journal, get you a nice journal where you can write down the vision that you have for yourself and as well as for your children. What do you want, this child to be? What goals do you have set for them? What do you want them to be like in the next 6 months? What level of reading or what level of sports or what sports they will be playing or what different trips that you all would take as a family. Write the vision down for your children as well. I know we always say we have to write the vision, we have to make it plain, but it's not just for ourselves. We also can write the vision down for our children too. So take the time out and think about and pray about the vision over your children. And I'm going to do this as well. Put it in your journal and write about it and pray, God, what do you see? What do this child needs from me? How can I better structure my parenting? God will give you different ways to structure being a single parent. And he will also send people on your path that are single just like you, and you will learn from them. Like, oh, okay, I noticed that she does this. Oh, I like that idea. I'm gonna take that and include that in my parenting as well. So you have to include God and write the vision and take it one day at a time. It can get overwhelming. Sometimes we get so focused on our careers and we get focused on the struggle. We get focused on the finances and we got to do everything on our own. And we kind of miss the important pieces of parenting. And that's like spending that quality time or missing something that a child needs from us. And this is not to say that you will never miss something. That comes with being a human, period, that you will miss, something. We're not perfect, but for the most part, that you have lived and have had a well-balanced life being a parent. And that's just a parent in general, not just for single parents, but specifically this message is for single mothers, because I myself have experienced and is experiencing singleness and being a single mom. And I can relate to how it is as a woman and raising children and, doing it on your own, especially if you don't have a whole lot of family, if you don't have a whole lot of support, it can be very hard. So that's when you have to include God in your plans, in your parenting, in your singleness, because he's the one that's going to direct your path and show you exactly what it is that you need. There's times where we be so tired, like, Lord, this is a lot. I know in one of my episodes here on the podcast, I was saying that we are entitled to have a mommy moment. We all have them where you just feel like it's so overwhelming. I just need a break. You might have to go in the closet and cry, or go in the bathroom and cry, take a walk and cry, call one of your friends and cry over the phone, or, have time with God, whatever it is. It's a mommy moment. And once again, this is not just for single parents, because there are parents that are married, that have husband and wife, that mom and dad is in the home, and they have parent moments, mommy moments, daddy moments at the same time, because it's just that, it can be just that challenging. It's just part of life. But I want you to know that you're not doing it alone, that God is with you, and that there are other women out here that are striving to be the best that they can be for their children in their singleness. It's doable. You can do it. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And there's another important piece that I wanted to include before I let you guys go is you have to take time out for yourself. You got to take the time to take care of you. I know all the time we're there. Every time they turn around, mom is there. She's there. She's here. She's there. She's there. She's here. She's there. But you have to stop and make time out for yourself on your calendar. This is the day that I'm not going to do anything, or I'm going to take a trip. I have somebody to watch my children, whether they're with their grandparents or somebody you trust. You're going to take that time and take you a little mini road trip, or they can go to their grandparents' house, and that weekend you just sleep and you just watch TV and you just chill and you just relax and do nothing. You have to absolutely pour into yourself. As I said yesterday, I did two videos. Actually, one was for you got to take care of yourself, and you got to show up for yourself every single day. So before you can show up for them, you got to show up for you. Before you can pour into them, you got to pour into yourself. You got to make sure that you get everything that you need, which is like praying and reading the word, making sure you are reading self-help books to keep your mind focused on the goal, the ultimate goal, and that is raising your children, taking care of them, and showing up as the best version of yourself. You have to make sure you do that every single day, as much as you can, listening to motivational things on the podcast, on the YouTube channel, the Women's Study Bible. I recommend that to every woman that is walking on earth. I recommend that Bible. It is so amazing. I got one as a gift, and it has been everything to me. I absolutely love it. I have learned a lot. It teaches you a lot about womanhood and motherhood and singleness and so everything that the Bible talks about. It gives you a more of a highlighted woman's perspective of that and what God would want us to do and how he would want us to handle certain situations. So you have to make sure you spend that time with yourself as well while you are being a single parent. For me, I know being in a marriage that was just not healthy, that was not good for me, there were some things that I did not see. I didn't see at all. So once that ended and I choose to move on with my life, I was able to zone in and tune in and see what it is that my sons at the time, my daughter, she was just a newborn, but my sons were older. So I was able to see this is what each one of them needed. And sometimes it doesn't have to be a relationship that you are, zoned into. You could be working a lot and miss things. You can be, in your own world doing other things. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad parent. Please understand that you're not a bad parent. You're there, you're present, you're hearing, you're listening. But when you are a single person, you have everything that is on your plate. You got to remember you have the bills, you got the grocery, you got the children. They're in school, they're in sports, they're sick, they're not sick, they're going here, they want that. So all of those things fall on your plate. So you have to make sure every day that you wake up that you're taking care of you first. And then present yourself to your children as the best version of yourself every single day. And always include God into the plans that you see, that you want, that you desire. Whatever it is that you desire, God will give you the desires of your heart. Whether you want to move or you want a new location, or you want a new home, or whatever the case may be, you can get it done with God, because you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. That's not some things, that's everything. You can raise your children through Christ who strengthens you. You can have a career through Christ who strengthens you. You can run a whole business through Christ who strengthens you. And that's another thing that I want to also hit on too is finding your purpose as well, like finding your gifts and your purpose. Because as a single woman, and even as, being a single mom, find out what is your gifts, what is your purpose here on earth. Because when you find that also helps you out so much. It gives you so much joy. It gives you so much excitement. It gives you so much to look forward to. Because when you're so wrapped up with being a single mom and you're catering and you're serving them, you also can get lost in the things that you enjoy doing. Whether it's cooking, whether it's, you do hair, you do nails, you like to clean, you are a good organized person. You help people get organized, whether it's counseling, coaching, motivational, inspirational, writing books. Whatever it is, ask God to show you the purpose that he has for your life. Show you the vision that he has for you, because that is where you would get so much joy and peace and happiness from. And you can also monetize that. You can turn your whole thing into a business for yourself, which will also give you more income for you and your children. So that's the flip side of that too. So that is something to also think about. Write that down in your journal too. Like, figure out what it is that you can do to monetize your gifts, to monetize your purpose, and have a business for you and your family. And, you guys can be doing so much, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you like to do, submit it to God and give it to him, and trust in him and believe in him that you are not alone. He will never leave you. He will never forsake you. He will give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. He will give you the knowledge and the tools that you need to raise your children. Although you are alone, he will give you everything that you need. He will also put people on your path to help you get to the next level. In order for you to get to that next level, you got to be able to show up for you too. Start thinking about that as well. I don't want you to sit and just see. That's the thing. I think as single moms, we get so caught up on, I'm single and I can't do nothing. No, you can do a lot. You can do a lot. It's just all about structuring your parenthood, structuring your motherhood in order to be able to do those things that you truly want to do. Like I said, you could be a baker if you like to bake cakes, if you like to do hair, if you like to do nails. It's ways that you can do these things. You just got to be able to structure your parenthood in order to include that in and make the time to do them, because you can do it. You can absolutely do it. So thinking about the next level that you want to get to, where do you see yourself being in the next 4 or 5 years with your children? Start thinking about that. Start writing that down. And it's time to level up. It's time to level up. Don't sit and just think about the motherhood and being single doing it. I don't have no help. I don't have this. Because for one, you do. And two, you can make things happen as well as being a single parent. Don't let the singleness keep you stuck in a moment where you feel like I can't do anything because I don't have help. I don't have this. That's an excuse. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If I can, you can. And I know plenty of other single moms that is doing it as well. We can all do this. We just have to trust in God. We have to believe in God, and we have to keep each other motivated. So that's what I want you to do today. I want you to think about the vision that you have for your children. I want you to write it down. I want you to write down your purpose and your gifts. Ask God to show you and reveal to you your purpose and your gifts. Think about the things you like to do and do them as much as you can. And think about ways to level up from where you are right now. If you are down and out, you feel depressed, you feel sad, you feel stuck, you feel like there's no other way. How can I do this? How can I do that? Start praying about it and just think about ways and meditate on things that are good and that's going to bring you joy, and start writing them down. Because you can do it. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. All things through Christ who strengthens you. I can't say that enough. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. This has been so amazing. I want you to know that you are beautiful, that you are strong, that you are God's beloved child. You are God's beloved daughter. That no weapon formed against you shall prosper, that your children will be successful. You will be successful, and everything around you is going to grow and it's going to flourish. Okay. You got to keep fighting a good fight, and you got to keep fighting to flourish every single day. Okay. I love you. Don't forget, if you're listening to me on this YouTube channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Keep tuning in, y'all. Every week I'll be giving you some new content as much as I can throughout the week. We'll be talking about a different things. This channel is all about motivating you, inspiring you, uplifting you, and helping you get to the next level. Okay. This is a community where we are like family, and we are going to have a tree of communication, of healing, of growth, kingdom relationships, and kingdom connections. Okay. I am a life coach. I do coach others on how to walk in their freedom despite life pain, setbacks, and past trauma. Okay. So if you want to, I'm doing a free 1-hour relationship coaching session, and you can email me at brittanybotswana@gmail.com if you want that session with me. Okay. We're going to get down to the bottom of it, and I'm going to help you to walk through whatever it is that you're facing right now. And that is one-on-one with me. I love you. God bless you, and have an amazing day.